You can build a business based on, I'm Alistair Hayward Wright, you talk to me, everything's great, but you talk to anybody else and it's not very good. That's not the case here. If I speak to Sam or speak to Tom, he's been brilliant and I get the same quality of service whether I talk to Alistair, the boss. Obviously it's nice to talk to the boss, but sometimes it's not practical, you can't do that. You need to speak to other people within the organisation, and I can genuinely say that Alistair's carried the same thing forward that I've been talking about. You mustn't be frightened of hiring people better than you. I am Simon Bateman, former Director of Offsite Servers, just sold the business with the help of Alistair Hayward Wright. I had what's best described as a eureka moment with one of my best customers firing me. They had a company in from London, can you believe it, London, all that way from London, and they were going to replace all their servers with iPads and servers in the cloud, and I thought, well, you can't do that. You can't do that. Of course you can. And I looked at it and I thought they could. And I sat in the meeting and I actually remember thinking, if I was them, I'd go with the other company. I'd go with them. I wouldn't go with me, I'd go with them. So Alistair said to me, think about where you want to be, and I remember thinking, I want to be there. That's where I want to be. So we sort of moved the business in that general direction. We had our first client, which we still have to this day. More of our invoice templates were automated, so we'd wake up in the morning and our invoices had flown out. So whilst I was asleep, all the invoices were going out, and then whilst I was asleep, the money was being collected the other side. So it enabled us then to focus on delivering good customer service, focus on the technical aspect of the business rather than focusing on the day-to-day administration, tying things like credit cards back together, expenses together, even our own purchases, so regular purchases that we were making, back into zero. When we actually decided to sell the business, I was a little bit nervous, actually, of telling Alistair. Couldn't have been more wrong on how he handled it and how he was. He was very supportive, he congratulated me, what a great thing to have done, and then turned into this sort of superhuman accountant that just changed his cape and became this sort of financial wizard in that respect. He's obviously seen it himself probably several times, but so knew, this is how you might feel about this, don't worry about that. I've got that one, easy for me to answer that one, I can answer it, or actually you can answer that one, you need to look here for that. He was fabulous, that's all I can say. And some of the trickery he was doing on some of our financial reporting in terms of the due diligence process that we went through was incredible. I was thinking, well, how do I answer that question? I don't know, I'm not quite sure. And I'm kidding you not, 20 minutes later there'd be an email back going, is this what you're looking for? And I went, that looks about right. Before I knew it, we were building sort of almost a portfolio of reports that were way beyond anything I could do. I mean, okay, we've got the systems in place that Alistair put in, and I'm sure with a bit of training, I'm sure I could get to, I could do some of it, but that's not my point. Hayward Wright as an accountancy, I would recommend Hayward Wright as an accountancy because it's not just Alistair Hayward Wright, it's a great accountant, he's got a great team beneath him. He's exemplary in his own right, but there's also individuals within the business that are very good at what they do. No, I joke with Alistair, he's promised to buy me beers because I'm going on the dole in a little while, so that could be interesting, getting my accountant to buy me a beer, that'd be a change.